What's up, guys? It's Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. And this is a special report. As you all have probably heard, around 2:30 this morning, there was a report of a shooting at 810 Billiards and Bowling, located at 1201 San Jacinto. That was around 2:40 a.m. The officers said when they arrived at the scene, they located a large crowd and a man with a gunshot wound to the head or neck. The man who officers did not identify was pronounced dead on the scene, and that man, unfortunately, was Takeoff from the group The Migos. So he has passed away. Now, according to the HPD, Lieutenant Salazar, 40 to 50 people were at a location when the shooting took place. The party reportedly ended at 1 a.m., but carried over until the incident occurred. Investigators said they found multiple shell casings on the third level outside the bowling and pool hall. Now, during a press conference, police confirmed that the group members, Quavo and Takeoff, were in attendance at the time of the shooting. 2 additional victims were taken to nearby hospital in private vehicles in unknown condition. The officers initially said they would not be releasing victim's identity until his family was notified and his identification was verified by the Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences. Police did confirm the victim is a black male in his 20s. Representative of the group confirmed the victim was Takeoff, whose real name is Kirshnik Kari Ball. Investigators said they are looking at nearby surveillance video and are working to determine what led up to the shooting. And weeks ago, Quavo and Takeoff released the debut Only Built for Infinity Links without the third Migos member, Offset. Now, here's what we know. There was allegedly or reportedly, there was a dice game taking place. Somehow or another, this dice game, I guess Quavo was involved in it. From what I'm hearing, Takeoff was not involved in the dice game, or if he was involved in it, he wasn't really participating or saying much because, according to all the reports I have, Takeoff really wasn't saying anything. He was kind of just like laid back in the cut. And Quavo was involved in the dice game. Now, somehow it escalated, and then Takeoff, shots rang out, multiple shots from, I'm going to assume, from multiple people, and then Takeoff ends up taking a bullet, and from what I see now, he was not even targeted. He wasn't from right now. As everything that we have, he was not a target. He was not the target. Now, that's for what we have. Now, if you notice, I'm sure you've noticed, there's things going around, right? There's things going around. There's text messages that are circulating around. I've seen online. My brother actually sent, shout out to my brother, he actually sent them to me early this morning. And it's a so-called allegedly a text message taking place between 2 people, and this person was there, or maybe they heard secondhand. I'm not really sure whether this person was there or not, but I'm going to show you the text messages that are circulating. Now, this saying, so Quavo was shooting dice and he was getting his pockets broke off bad. So dude had an attitude and he tried getting aggressive with the wrong mob ties N-word. Not gonna drop names. And dude got on his ass. Then somebody they was with jumped up, and that's when everybody bunched up, and then shots just started ringing. But they were coming from somebody Migos was with, but he was shooting wild and hit Takeoff by accident. And then the other party shot back, and then according to this message, he got hit again. He said Migos was with, so shoot the other N words, so I was shooting back, and I think he got hit again. But ultimately, his own N words killed him, because when he got the first hit the first time, I seen his body drop. So this person who so-called was there. Quavo was plexed up over some small S. It really wasn't worth it. Takeoff was the coolest, quietest N-word in the room the whole time. Now, I'm not going to say this person's lying but I'm not going to jump and confirm this and say, oh man, Quavo is responsible for this, because this sounds like a person, right, that doesn't really care for Quavo that much. This sounds like a person, because Quavo wasn't shot, right? This sounds like a person who seems like he's trying to blame this on Quavo. Now, I'm not saying that these text messages are not legitimate. I'm not saying that. But I'm not going to jump and say, oh, see, Quavo, because that has not been confirmed. I have not had that confirmed by, I don't want to say these text messages aren't credible. I don't want to disrespect any platform that's putting that out there. You know, I did get this, I have to shout out the Vault Uncut. My brother also sent me the same stuff. So there's other people reporting it as well. But I don't know the legitimacy of those text messages. Now, there's video going around, I guess, directly right after Takeoff was shot. And there's people saying that, oh, you can see him laying in a pool of blood and this and that. And I'm really not interested in posting those videos. You can go get that from somewhere else. Like I said, I don't know if the family, of course, there's really nothing they could do about it. It's out there in public domain, but just out of respect, I don't want to do that. Man, this rapper stuff, becoming a rapper, it's just become too dangerous, man. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. Like the Migos, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody who's been shot or killed previously. Bad job, by the way, Hollywood Unlocked. Jason Lee, you got to stop this, man. Migos rappers Takeoff and Quavo shot in Houston. Takeoff reportedly dead. Quavo was not shot. So I don't know, that's just another case of somebody trying to be first. Didn't Denzel already tell y'all niggas to stop trying to be first because you're hurting families by reporting this false information? Oh, Quavo and Takeoff shot. Quavo was not shot. I mean, I'm seeing it like this, man. If I am a rapper, I'm getting out of it. I'm getting out of the game. Go start you a podcast or something where you ain't got to leave the house, man, and still make your money. I would tell these record labels to go F themselves, because I still believe that all of this, I'm going to put it out there. This is just my opinion. So you can't sue me. This is just my opinion. And I'm not going to tell you whether I've spoken to somebody on the inside or not. But my opinion is, and I've said this before, anybody that follows my lives and follows my videos, I've said before that they were planning to end rap. And it's too popular to just end it because it's making too much money. So what's the best way to end it? By just beating rappers into submission. Until they say, I can't do this anymore. It's too dangerous. I'm too afraid for my family's well-being, for my well-being. I'm not doing it anymore. And just quit. If I'm a rapper, I'm sorry. That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing this anymore. These record labels have life insurance for themselves on these rappers. But what about for these rappers' families? Meanwhile, the record labels have insurance, but the rappers' families got to start GoFundMe's to for funeral costs because the rappers are dying broke. They're dying without life insurance. They're dying without 401k. Right? But the record labels, they're not losing anything. Another body drop, another black body drop, and we'll just go replace him with somebody else. We'll just go grab another person in the hood. Another young black brother in the hood. It's ridiculous. It's too much. It's too much now. Anything else developing on the story, we will bring it to you. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Shout out, to Quavo. Prayers goes out to their families. All of the Migos. This is no time for separating. There's no time for pointing fingers. There's no time for blame. You're talking about family members now, Offset included. The Migos is a group that after 2000, people don't realize the impact that the Migos has had on rap. They really don't realize it. I mean, they absolutely changed the cadence of rap. Now, whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, they changed the cadence of rap. Think about it. And he was just on Drink Champs talking about getting his flowers while he could still smell them. Well, I'm glad you got your flowers, my brother, and you will be missed. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network.